Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
Mirror World News.
September 20th, 5:04 America, New York. Bloody scenes as 14 rare sperm whales found dead in mysterious mass stranding. At least 14 endangered sperm whales, thought to be a bachelor pod of young males, has been stranded on King Island on Australia's island state of Tasmania, which is known to be a hotspot for the freak incidents.
New York Times World News.
September 20th, 5 o'clock America, New York. Egypt feels pain of global disruptions wrought by war and pandemic. The country's economy has been very hard hit by cascading crises which have disrupted worldwide trade. Dates and other dried fruit on sale at a market in central Cairo.
New York Times World News.
September 20th, 5 o'clock America, New York. How a 79-year-old film director learned to fly on a trapeze. Tom Moore made a name for himself as a film, TV and theater director. But his dream has always been to fly on the trapeze, high in the air. And that's what he is doing at age 79.
Washington Post World.
September 20th, 4:29 America, New York. Cyprus helps rescue 300 migrants aboard Italy-bound boat. Cypriot authorities say they have assisted in the rescue of a small wooden boat crammed with more than 300 migrants that was adrift 203 kilometers, 126 miles, west of the island nation.
BBC News World.
September 20th, 4:15 America, New York. Justin Trudeau's team defends singing Bohemian Rhapsody before Queen's funeral. Canada's Prime Minister was filmed singing in a London hotel 2 days before the funeral.
BBC News World.
September 20th, 3:40 America, New York, Kerala. Indian Steve Jobs fan flies to Dubai to buy new iPhone early. A Steve Jobs fan flew all the way to Dubai to buy the latest iPhone, hours before its sale in India.
Mirror World News.
September 20th, 3:32 America, New York. Curse fears as Mexico earthquake kills 2 on exact same day as previous killer quakes. A 7.6 magnitude earthquake hit western Mexico around 1 p.m. local time yesterday, damaging buildings and infrastructure, leaving millions without power and killing 2 people.
BBC News World.
September 20th, 3:04 America, New York. Ukraine war. A village celebrates Russian retreat. Russia's Ukraine retreat leaves joy, but also destruction and danger.
Washington Post World. September 20th, 2:24 America, New York. Uganda confirms at least 1 case of Ebola hemorrhagic fever. Ugandan health authorities say a man who died this week has tested positive for the virus that causes Ebola.
Mirror World News.
September 20th, 2:05 America, New York. Waitress forced to footbill after table, dines and dashes without paying for food. A furious mum has shared how her waitress daughter was forced to pay a bill after a group of diners fled without paying, with some branding the restaurant's behavior disgusting.
RT World News.
September 20th, 1:20 America, New York. Pentagon to review psychological operations, media. The move comes after social media firms removed fake accounts thought to be run by the U.S. military, The Washington Post reports.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
September 20th, 0:52 America, New York. Record-breaking Russian cosmonaut dies. Valery Polyakov, the Russian cosmonaut who set the record for the longest single stay in space, has died aged 80. Valery Polyakov.
New York Times World News.
September 20th, 0:52 America, New York. Your Tuesday briefing. The funeral of Queen Elizabeth II. The funeral procession of Queen Elizabeth II yesterday.
Washington Post World.
September 20th, 0:06 America, New York. 1.8 tons of cocaine seized, 5 arrested in Nigerian bust. Nigeria's anti-drug agency says it seized a record 1.8 tons of cocaine valued at $278 million it described as likely the country's largest bust.